See here, world has always been a beautiful place and ugly place, mixture of both. In today's world, however, there is so much unrest, so much fear, so much doubt, so much frustration. People don't have time for themselves. People have no time to reconnect with their own inner being. And if this kind of process and phenomena continues, then definitely there will be a complete collapse of our consciousness. I don't see that there has ever been a time in human history where meditation would have been in a greater necessity than it is today. So it is a right time, right place. We must, as individual, as a collective, we must sit down, meditate, be quiet, find that peace and happiness within, and we bring out that peace and happiness into the external world so that this external world doesn't become a prison. Okay? And that is why this is the right time to take this kind of year-long meditation, not just in a small little way here, there, but individually and collectively. We look for accomplishing something much, much, much bigger than the little world we are living in. The vision, therefore, behind this year-long meditation is to find that inner space, the real home, and not to live anymore in this so-called prison-like world outside us. It is a process, it is an event, it is a program whereby we go back to our true home base, relax, rejuvenate, and revive ourselves, restore vitality and the energy that we have. That is the vision behind this thing. See, we have become alien to ourselves. We know so much of the world outside us. We wake up in the morning and immediately we start looking at our Facebook, WhatsApp, etc., etc. There is no time for ourselves. We are more connected to the world out there, out there. And unfortunately, the very fundamental vision that many of our social media had when it started has gone into dust. We are more disconnected from ourselves and from our loved ones than ever before. And therefore, this is time that we look back and reflect what we are doing and where are we going, where will we end up. And for that, we need a clear, calm, tranquil, and peaceful mind. This year-long meditation is just to achieve that clear, calm, tranquil, peaceful mind, a mind that is naturally inclined to flow inward and take us to that place which is the center of our consciousness, center of our inner being. And we need that kind of mind which has ability to rediscover that inner ambrosia, the inner elixir that can breathe a new life in our body, mind, and consciousness. Here at the Institute, we'll be meditating together in one place, and there is designated time. But at the same time, people are meditating all over the world at their homes. They may be meditating on different times. But important thing to understand about this group meditation is that we have the intention of being together, It's the purity of intention and the clarity of that intention that makes our personal practice become a group practice. On one hand, in our newly consecrated Sri Vidya Shrine here at the Institute campus in Pennsylvania, we are doing our meditation. But the people are doing meditation all over the world too. The great thing about this kind of meditation, group meditation, is that everybody benefits equally. You might have, let's say, a relatively more calm, more tranquil mind. You might be a little bit more advanced on the path, and somebody is not. Let's say you might be doing wonderful meditation, and other person somewhere might be kind of drowsy, falling asleep, and still thinks that he or she is meditating. But when you put together everything, it is called collective meditation. And this everybody's meditation is collectively anchored to one very highly concentrated group of people's meditation. When you are part of a much bigger collective consciousness of meditators, automatically your personal practice begins to rise to a totally different height. That is how, by being part of this collective consciousness of year-long meditation, automatically takes your practice to the next level. Therefore, whatever you do, do it with right intention and use that particular time of your meditation as a vehicle to transport that power of intention, both in the external world, so that you can become connected to the rest of the group which are scattered all over the world, and you transport same power of intention inward so that all the faculties of your mind and senses become fully aware of the fact that you are doing your practice and you are not alone, but rather you are supported by thousands of wonderful friends. And therefore, first and the foremost benefit you will immediately get, that you will notice that a sense of loneliness is disappearing. Sense of emptiness is disappearing. Sense of worthlessness is disappearing. You are not alone. That is the power of intention. Okay? So please remind yourself, intention, intention, intention. It's the right intention that will turn the same very old practice into very new and special practice. No, in this particular group meditation, there is no any such prerequisites. The truth is, every human being is a meditator. And every human being, therefore, is perfectly all right to meditate the way he or she has been meditating. See here, at every day, Mother Nature has created an environment where we must go inward, relax, and rejuvenate. And that's called sleep. If you don't get enough time to sleep, and if we don't get deep sleep, we fall apart. Similarly, in the midst of all chaos, we come back to our home base, regardless how little we know about our home base. If we never ever come back to our home base deep inside our own mind and heart, we'll just go crazy. So this is a process that has been already initiated by Mother Nature for us. What we are doing here, we are just allowing that time and space to come forward. And therefore, no matter what kind of meditation you are doing, it's just perfectly fine. If you have mantra, that's great. If you don't have mantra, that's great. If you are internally saying any prayer, that's great. If you are paying attention to your breath, that's great. If you are meditating on one of your chakras, or your forehead, or you are meditating on your heart center, that's great. You are meditating on a blossom of lotus or roses, that's great. Or just simply be quiet and be in present. Just enjoy being what you are. At that time, disconnect yourself from that which is artificial aspect of you. Anger is not your essential nature. Fear is not your essential nature. Worry is not your essential nature. Remove all these non-essentials. Just simply be quiet. That's called meditation. In order to be quiet, no matter what technique you use, it's called meditation technique, meditative technique. Just do that. And therefore, anyone and everyone belonging to any community, any society, any ethnic group, any religious group, people of any age, any gender, they're just fine. All we need is to have that intention to bring a qualitative change in ourselves and in the world outside us. That's all we need. It has great significance. If 5,754 people approximately meditate just 30 minutes every day and one whole year, it makes 1,008 hours. And it is possible, it is reachable, it is feasible. I hope that we start with the intention of collectively meditating for 1,008 hours, but we end up meditating 2 million hours, 3 million hours, 11 million hours. There is a great power in collective consciousness. And here I wish to elaborate a little bit. There was a very, very wise man, father of many children. One day he wanted to go into long retreat, wanted to hand over responsibilities to his children. So one day he called all of his children and he gave one sticks to each of those children and said, please break it. So each child, each son, each daughter, they just took the stick, it broke. Then he took 10 sticks together, combined, and then he tied it together and he gave it to each of his children. None of them could break it. That is the power of unity. Sanghe Shakti Kalau Yuge. In this world made of Maya, there is power in unity. Therefore, this 1 year long meditation comprised of 1,008 hour long practice is something very, very phenomenal. This will change the collective consciousness. See, first we bring that change in ourselves. I'm trying my best to change myself in positive way, constructive way, more loving, kind and compassionate way. You are trying to change. Two of us together become center of attraction. Third one joins. He or she also tries to change. Fourth, fifth. Then suddenly the critical mass is created. And then 100 people are collectively pooling their collective power of determination, willpower and determination. And that is how we as an individual, as well as a collective force, become force of change. And that is the whole phenomenon, whole thing behind it. In the world out there, we notice it in every day. In so many destructive and negative way, mob mentality takes over. And long before people realize they have already made mess. However, in a conscious manner, if we make a conscious decision, conscious choice, and come up with a very, very well thought out plan to do something good, beautiful, constructive, loving, kind and compassionate, we can change the world. It's just a matter of making that strong, powerful, clear decision and finding those like-minded people with this year-long meditation. This is what I'm trying to invite. I'm asking all of my friends, all the like-minded people, let's do something good. Even though we will be the first one to be the foremost beneficiary of our good work or meditation, we will be the one to be peaceful, happy, you know. But in the process, automatically, we'll create an environment which is very, very conducive to finding peace and happiness for everybody else.